Reactions this afternoon to news coming out of the U.S. of a 12-month pilot program which will make it more expensive to travel to the States. Under the new terms, visa applicants for both business and tourism travel from some countries will be required to post a bond of up to $15,000 to enter the country. Details in this report.
In a move that may make the process unaffordable for many, a notice was published in the U.S. Federal Register to start a 12-month pilot program under which countries deemed to have high overstay rates and deficient internal document security controls could be required to post a bond of up to $15,000 when they apply for a visa. That works out to approximately $2 million Jamaican dollars. The move comes as the Trump administration moves to clamp down on illegal migrants. So what does this mean for Jamaicans?
Come to Jamrock viewers and subscribers, back with another video. Yeah man, so today we're gonna take a look at how Jamaicans are reacting to the new $15,000 US dollars to visa ban that they will have to fork up if they want to get their visa to enter into the United States of America. Now, as you all know, Donald Trump has imposed that ban starting this month. They're going to roll out a pilot program. So we want to see what Jamaicans are saying about this new visa ban. Now, first up is Reggae Poet 6, and he says, anyone in Jamaica that can afford that, there's no need to go to USA or any place else. Even the $500 visa fee, invest that money in Jamaica and take on a vacation in Africa or other Caribbean island. Reggae Poet, I agree with you 100%. I always say, if you can make $10,000, you can turn it into 20, you can turn it into 30, and the possibilities are endless. Many people in the US don't even make $20,000 for the year. So if you can come up with $15,000 in a matter of months, then check the levels now. By the end of the year, you can come up with all 100,000. And many Americans don't even make that in a year. You got 111 likes. I'm gonna go put another like on that and turn it into 112. Next up is Sean 8855. Wagwan Sean. He says, what this good thing the world is more than the USA. That is so true. The US is not the only country in the world, but what you have to understand is that there's more opportunity there than anywhere else. And USA come like the center of the whole world, so kind of understand why everybody want to go to the United States, but there are other countries, yes, that you can go, but people are trying to go to the country where there is more opportunity, and trust me, America is one of those countries. Now, Yvette Miles 5432, Wagwan Yvette. She said, I have no intention of going to America. It's not the only country in the world. Now, Yvette, they say the same thing like what Sean, they say. I agree with both of them 100%. America is not the only country in the world, but it's the only country that offers so many opportunity and have so much diverse, nations there. America, every country you can think of is in America. So, kind of understand why everybody would want to go to America, Moving on, Bill Gray 9129 says, guys, the US isn't the only country on this planet. And he's also saying the same thing like what Yvette and Shana says, and we totally agree with that. Norman Brady says there are two countries in the world that I have no wish to visit, America and Australia. Look how they treat the indigenous people of these land. You couldn't pay me to go there. Well, Norman, that is your take on the whole thing, and kind of understand, because we see what is going on in the USA right now, where a lot of people are getting deported, how they are hunting down people, beating people, taking people out of their houses, from their jobs, and just throw them in a van and then send them go to other countries just the same way. So we see all of that they play out right in front of our very eyes, and I think the same way like you. Why would I want to go to America and I see how they are treating, people of color or people of different races, but you got people love take them chances regardless. People still out take them chance and go to America because, like I said, it's the land of opportunity. So that's just how it is. Ingram Peter says, just stay away. Who got 15,000 lying around? Even the majority of US citizens don't have that sum in their accounts. It is ridiculous. Ingram Peters, you are so right. I just said it, A lot of people living in the US don't even earn 15,000 US dollar for the year. So if we as Jamaican can come up with 15,000 US, we do better than a lot of Americans. So why do you even want to go there? Anyway, make we move on. Susie Hoare says the message is clear. The message is clear. Poor people are not welcome as visitors. Well, that is true. If you check my other blog, you will notice that I mention it in there that America don't want any poor people in their country. Because if you can come up with 15,000, that's why they set their bar so high, 15,000 US. Because they are looking for people with money to come into their country. Because if you can come up with 15,000 US, then that simply means that you must have some money. So those are the kind of people that they want to come in their country. They don't want any poor people in them country. So definitely Susie or 8161, you're definitely right about that. So moving along, Lion Paw 9118. Go on Lion Paw. America is one big Bellevue. Try Canada or England, my fellow Jamaicans. Thank me later. So basically, Lion Paw is America is a mad country and sick. So if you try Canada or England, well, to tell you the truth, Lion Paw, even right now, England, they try to kick out the immigrants. Them, I just what they them have a big protest in England, trying to get rid of all the immigrants. Every now and then Canada have them little protests as well. So the best thing you do, if you can make 15,000, I better you stay here and invest it and see how best you can turn it over and over again. Once you can do that, you don't need to go to the US, because why would you want to go there anyway when you can make better money, if you can come up with a 15,000 US dollars in your own country? Why would you want to go to the US? That makes no sense to me. Philip Beck 9055, Wagwan Phil Beck. Jamaica must require all Americans to pay similar amounts and go through the same process to enter the island. Kinda understand why they say, but we can't really do that because Jamaica depend heavily on tourism, and if you do that, a lot of tourists won't come into the country, and then Jamaica go find out, say them go in a one real problem. So we have to be careful, because even though we're independent, but we still depend, upon tourism. It's our main foreign currency earner. So we definitely can't do it without tourism. You know, I mean, we can, but then a lot of people is going to be out of a job, and it's going to cause a lot of suffering for a lot of people. You know, so definitely that is a no-no. Burbanik says lock down the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica. There's nothing in America anymore for Jamaican to be spending all that money on a visa. Burbanik, thanks for your input, but you know that now go happen. The U.S. Embassy in Jamaica now go lock down. What you must understand about the U.S. Embassy as well. Anyway, America have a U.S. Embassy. That area that the host embassy belongs to America. Right? That is one of the things that you must understand. So the Jamaican government can't lock down the U.S. Embassy because it belongs to the United States based on certain agreement. This is how they go into other countries, you know, and make crazy money. That is why America is so rich. Think about it. America have embassy in basically every country in the world, and you have to pay a fee or a fine, you know, to apply for your visa. And even when you don't get through, you don't get back any of that money. So think about it, and you will see the amount of money America is pulling in on a daily basis from these countries. Along, Michelle Stern, 2489, and she says, who is going to trust Trump with them 15,000 US dollars? Well, what Trump the try to say now is that once you abide the rules, you abide by the rules and regulation, you will get back your 15,000. So you come to the country, stay 30 days, get out, and you get back your 15,000. You know, so it look like you get back your money. You know, the only way to find out is to try and see. You know. Anyway, Michelle, thanks for your input. Rose Forrest says Jamaica is not a position to reciprocate this rule because it depends heavily on tourism. Rose, you hit the nail on the head. That is what I've been saying. That Jamaica depends heavily on tourism, and certain rules we can't go impose back on America or Americans, because number one, they can have embargo against Jamaica, and that can be detrimental to the economy, you know. But Rose, thanks for your input. Moving along, Anzian says, where will people get that money? Or where will people get that amount of money from? That's a good question. But knowing Jamaicans, you know, Jamaicans will do anything to come up with that money. Some will sell all them vehicle, them house. You know, because once them go to the embassy and they apply, and the embassy say, alright, we go give a visa, but you need to pay the $15,000 then. Remember, you know, you already go get the visa. So all you need to do is come up with the 15,000. See, that's the catch. That's the catch right there. So they know, say, once you qualify for the visa, then more than likely you're going to come up with the 15,000. So you go do anything, you know. So people go work harder now just to come up with the 15,000. You know, people go turn big time beggar, because they go call them family members now right around the world to get that 15,000. So definitely Jamaican people will definitely come up with that money. So these are some of the reactions, you know, from Jamaicans, you know. So tell me what you think in the comment section. What is your take on the whole thing? Would you pay 15,000 US dollars for a visa or a chance to enter the United States just for 30 days and come back? And remember, each time, you know, you have to pay that $15,000. So if you go 3 times for the year, you have to find that $15,000 to pay. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. You know? Yeah, man. See you in the next video.